back to the Garden People podcast. In front of me is Sam. Little known fact about Sam, he's had tuberculosis for 7 years.
Every day is a struggle.
And to my right is Kellen Reed. To our audio viewers and our blind viewers, Kellen resembles Kanye West. He also, if I had to put his scent down to any word, it would be a burnt child.
I'd just like to give a shout out to Harry. Harry not only keeps worms as pets, but his anus has also been afflicted by them since he was 8 years old.
I don't think you were going to bring that up.
Sharing moment.
Round of applause. That was good.
Feels good to get it off my chest.
I wish Kim
I'll sit closer to my mic. Would sit on who?
It's on me.
You?
Jacuzzi?
I'm pointing at my camera. Okay, I've been stumped, dude.
What's happened?
So, chaps.
Let's get into it.
Chappy chaps. Chums.
Stop.
I would like to talk about Tarantino. Would you
The sweet.
oblige me?
I've been watching Django today. And I made some mental notes on it, and I was hoping we could discuss. Have you watched a Tarantino movie today, Callan? Oh,
I'm sorry.
you're gonna have to go off the dome then.
Yeah, I remember.
I didn't make notes. I just made physical hard copies that are now burnt.
I remember.
How many times have you seen Django, Harry?
4 or 3 times now, and I have a pretty good picture.
Does it make you happy?
Yeah, every time I clap.
You're like
There's not one time where it doesn't end and I'm not in a standing ovation position.
in hysterics. It's like Joaquin Phoenix.
No,
just,
it'd be funnier if I just don't get
points.
it at all. I just go, it's a good comedy.
I love Jamie Foxx.
He's so good.
Oh,
I don't know what he's
do
doing.
anything.
He needs to do more. I'm sorry, I'm eating. I shouldn't eat. That's bad. It's not a mukbang.
That's my role usually.
Yeah.
Nachos and cheese dribbling down my face.
Was that what it was? I thought it was steak.
No, I wouldn't eat steak with my hands.
That's a bit of a.
Nor would I eat it on the podcast.
That's a bit of a bar, Callan. That's a bit of a boosh.
What do you mean?
Well, I thought it was steak. You know that
saying
slop
nachos?
that she cooked up?
Sam just seems like a steaky
I
man.
thought that was steak. Well,
It's all I eat. I'm really constipated all the time.
people always ask me, how do you lose so much weight? And the answer is, I eat tubs of Vaseline.
It's your tapeworms as well, Harry. They help.
Apple cider vinegar.
No, I got rid of them last year, Sam. They got.
Don't be
a bit
modest,
too-
Harry. Don't be modest.
There was too much police brutality among the tapeworms. Something had to be done.
I don't know where I started and the tapeworm ended.
Well, yeah,
I think
they were
you
scrambling me
tapeworms can eat themselves
without realising.
and then get tapeworms.
They
It's
create
like-
a black hole if they finish off themselves.
Yeah.
I heard if you get to say a tapeworm, if you make a tapeworm say its name backwards, they vanish. That's just a personal theory.
Mo ipat.
No, they're not all called tapeworm.
Oh,
That's so racist. That's so racist.
that is bad. That's sorry. I should have said that. I should have called it by its real name.
Patricia. Say that one backwards.
Jerome.
Oh shit! I just realised. There we go.
Going back to Tarantino
Oh, yeah.
before
Sorry.
someone derailed us. I watched
Yeah.
Inglorious Basterds today, and
Yeah.
I would just like to draw a parallel between Django and Inglorious Basterds.
Harry's livid.
Well, No, I think no, because that's what I said last time. I said that they're both comparable as like revenge stories.
And they also, they're both probably arguably his most controversial films.
Well, they take
because they both touch the darkest part of human history, darkest side of humanity.
Exactly.
The Nazi and slave owners.
I personally think Django has more shots in it that cement it as a dark period in history. There's a lot of scenes in Django, like like the opening scene, or the scene where he throws off the cape and his like back is lacerated, and even the doctor is like, "Whoa, that's just brutal." And it's like, and especially the scene where his wife is being whipped, as well as the KKK like going over the hill. It's like it's full of scenes which are just like horrible.
Yeah, I don't remember Inglorious Basterds having any other than the beginning scene where he goes to the house. I don't remember there being any other scenes where there's a lot of Jewish people being killed. I don't think.
I think a lot of it is, apart from the start, the implication. So, like Harry said, with Django, it's more visual. You know, you see his back, and you actually see his wife being whipped. But in Inglorious Basterds, it's all kind of implied, and it's all done through like the tension of the scenes.
No, exactly. Especially Christopher Waltz, he does incredible at like.
Christoph.
Like, oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I
don't think he would like you saying his name wrong like that.
Christoph.
You don't think? Yeah, I don't know. But that's what I think about Inglorious. That it's like the opening scene without telling you. Like the moment they arrive at the house, your first thought is they're hiding Jews in there. They've come to patrol and inspect for Jews. And it's like that's very subtly done rather than being flashed in the face, and it builds up more tension.
Oh yeah.
Arguably, than showing you straight out and explaining to you. Especially the scene where like he points out on the floor where they are and the camera drops. And you see the people covering their mouths and like shaking.
You just see their eyes.
You just see their eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like,
but
yeah,
it's interesting that
terror.
Christoph Waltz is in both those films, and he plays essentially the same character, but the antithesis of that.
Yeah,
well, I'd argue his performance. Yeah.
Well, in Inglorious, like Tarantino knows that he's a very endearing actor. So Inglorious is like he plays this character where it's like endearing and he's very like cognitive and he's very charming, but like we were talking about psychopaths. It's like that, like you can sense there's like a like underlying like threat.
It almost makes his character more sinister. You know, he goes into the house and he's very polite and affable. You know, he asks for a glass of milk instead of a glass of wine.
He's like, "Oh, your 3 beautiful daughters and everything." It's just
it's all pretend.
But and then his face will just change and it's all deadpan.
It just shows,
and there's just a deadness behind his eyes.
Nothing is embarrassing to him as long as he gets his objective done.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Because it's like he has very much a lack of shame, and he's always in control of the situations. Like when he sits down with the Jew, with the girl who's Jewish, who he like shot at in the original one, he's like, no, wait for the cream, and then she like immediately stops and like freezes up.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, wait.
Yeah, and
and
like, when he's in
that,
sorry,
you know. Yeah,
when
like
he's in the guy's house. In the guy's house at the start, the guy goes, "Can I smoke my pipe?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, it's your house. Make yourself at home." Like he gives him permission in his own home. It's kind of subtle.
Yeah, it's like,
but he's in control all the time. And even though it's just him and this guy outside, he's got his men with guns. So there's that threat all the time.
And I think it's the beard personally. I think the moment he grows that beard, fun-loving man.
Yeah.
Because he's got such a sharp chin that, like, the minute, because in Django he's so like you're like that's a good man.
There's something
that's instantly recognisable as a good man.
I think there's something more. Yeah, there's something more psychopathic about having a clean-shaven face. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Because it feels like they're more OCD. Like there's definitely something.
Yeah, they take more care with how they present themselves too.
Yeah.
Not that a beard doesn't look nice.
No.
Not to hate on beard wearers.
Bearded men are apparently the best dads. Bold bearded men.
We love all men.
Are they?
Apparently, I think that's in the study I read on Snapchat about 2 years ago.
The scientists real hard at work.
Exactly.
But I think the reason Tarantino has him clean shaven is like clean shaven, slicked hair, and wearing leather. That just immediately screams Nazi.
Yeah, SS.
And then imagine someone in our audience who's watching right now who has like a slicked back and a clean shaven face and is wearing a leather jacket who goes, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. Just like
I didn't know I was gonna get personally ripped on this episode.
But like even like Patrick Bateman in American Psycho, he's not a Nazi, but he cares so much about his face. He's a narcissist. So it's that weird. It's that weird. It's like he cares more about his beard than he does caring about life.
I feel like Christoph Waltz's character is more like, I don't think his character is as narcissistic as Patrick Bateman.
Just kind of
and
like
stuff.
A dress
I think he's. Yeah, exactly. It's like he's showing up and he's doing his job, and he likes doing his job, which is the most terrifying thing. Because he's like, you know what they call me? The Jew hunter. And then they're like...
Well, yeah, he takes pride in his work, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know, he's proud of his nickname.
I think Django Unchained differs from Inglorious Basterds, as in, like, because, you know, people were like, oh, I don't like how he killed Hitler, and alters, like, the course of history.
Yeah.
And, well, people, obviously, well, you know, but it's like Django's story is a lot more somewhat even though, like, I haven't done any research on what Candyland actually was, because I assume it's based on something real. When he blows it up, it's like, it's not like he halted slavery across the country. It's like he had his own minor story under the guise of slavery. And it's cool to see.
What's Candyland again? I can't remember it.
It's
Leonardo DiCaprio's estate.
His like field.
Yeah.
His property.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all his property.
Exactly. The big one.
But you know, in Inglorious Basterds, it takes place towards the end of the war. You know, like the Nazis are still occupying France, but by the end of the film, they're on the back foot. So the fact that they kill Hitler, it's changing history, but it's done for like catharsism and like fun's sake. It's not. I don't find it offensive. It's not like they kill Hitler at the start of the war and none of the atrocities happen. Like it's just rather than Hitler kills himself, he gets blown up and shot to death.
Shot
like
to pieces.
1,000 rounds in him.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I forgot to mention it. When I was talking about like the iconography of Django, there's also that scene where he's whipping the guy with a black man whipping a white guy dressed in a suit is like, and then also when he gets shot and the blood splatters on the cotton buds. It's like all these
the
different
guy's
shots
riding through the field.
And Inglorious when the Nazi or the German soldier who gets beaten to death by the bear Jew. That scene's pretty fun.
Tell the story of like how you and Sam first connected over the bear Jew.
Oh yeah, what did we? I can't remember.
Well, I was sitting on the floor, facing a dark tunnel, and I heard a banging. And I thought, well, who's that? What could that be? And then I was presented with Callan Reid, the monstrous bear Jew.
And you beat the fuck out of you.
And yeah, but we connected over it. You know, with each strike, I went, "Wow, it's an impressive swing." You know, it hurts, but I respect him for it. You know,
I was one of the Jews in the audience going, "As Callan beat the fuck out of you."
I'm the bear Jew, motherfucker.
Yeah, I like the one where he's like, wait, after he does it, he's like, and he knocks out the park.
Yeah.
And like the other officer, like everyone else is like giggling, and then the officers are like,
And he just points his bat at one of the other Nazis and goes, "You!" And he just starts running and gets shot straight away. It's good fun. It's good fun, that film.
The guy gets clubbed to death. You see his like, he doesn't get killed straight away. Like his head caves in. You can see him on the floor, and his head's caved in, and he's still like screaming. It's really fun.
Yeah.
It pans out. It pans out, and he just becomes like a jelly man.
Yeah,
he's
like
ragdolled.
Well, that reminds me. Another thing I really enjoy about Tarantino is like practical effects, especially when like has Callan frozen for you?
It's slowed down.
It's frozen for me.
It's slowed down.
Oh,
that's cool.
There we go.
That's cool.
No, you're back again, at full speed, I think.
Wait a minute.
That's another new painting in the back.
It is, yeah.
I see there, Callan.
Am I
you
laggy?
Introduce that one to the pod. No, you're back to normal.
Okay, this is Bart Simpson.
Wasn't
Bart
it
Simpson on acid?
Oh, do you know what's on the
Bart
back?
Simpson dripping. Oh, disrespectful.
Did you do that? Did you
vandalise that poster?
No, I didn't. Ruben did again.
That boy, he's got a talent.
Are we going to talk
Talent
about
with the brush?
The brush.
The brush.
I was just gonna. My final point is obviously in
no,
the Tarantino
I want to talk more
verse-
about Tarantino.
Okay, my point would be, people get offended about the alternate history. I can't personally understand why people find that offensive, but obviously, I'm not in the minority. I'm not black or a Jewish person.
Yeah, I know you ain't.
I don't think. Yeah.
But the alternate histories, in his mind, are a film within his own fiction. So characters from Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction, which are more based in reality, when they go to the cinema, they go and watch a film like Django or Inglorious Basterds. So it's fiction within fiction. It's not how he sees the world. It's a film at the end of the day. He's just doing
that's a point
that's what he thinks people will enjoy, and they do, and the majority.
That's like
people, anyway.
That's like a point I didn't realise, and like I think you're on the nail on the head. It's like he's created his own cinematic universe, and then within that, he knows what type of cinema the characters he's created would watch.
Yeah.
And really enjoy. And I find that I didn't realise that, and then after you said it, I was like, that makes perfect sense. To be honest.
Callan said, they're all threaded together with the imagery of red apple cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's just
so good.
Yeah.
Little Easter egg.
Is that
no? Carry on.
Is that the only thing he puts throughout the entire thing? And there must be other stuff.
I'm sure he has other Easter eggs.
Yeah.
There's gravestones and stuff that have other characters' names on. Like when she's clawing her way out and Kill Bill, punching through the graveyard is full of other names. I think
that's cool.
Oh,
I
that's
could be wrong, but yeah, and there are other ties.
There's ties of characters within films that you don't actually see but are just referenced. So he didn't direct, but he wrote True Romance, and one of the leads in that is called Alabama. And then at the start of Reservoir Dogs, he asks Harvey Keitel, "Oh, you seen Alabama recently?" And he's like, "No, she ran off with some guy." So that's a reference to True Romance to show that even though they're different films, they're set in the same reality.
That's funny.
Which is sick.
A neat little reference.
Yeah.
What a banger.
No, that's cool. But I think Django Unchained does Leonardo DiCaprio should have got an award for breaking his and cutting open his hand.
Thing is,
while going off the rails in that scene.
I think
wipes it on her face.
If Leonardo DiCaprio got an award for that performance, but he didn't get an award for Wall Street, that just seems a bit weird.
He should have got.
Sorry.
I was going to debate you on this.
Well, I was mortally offended that he got it for The Revenant, which is a good film, but his performance in it is a lot of just crawling through the snow and kind of coughing. I know he ate raw liver and he learned to speak the Native American language, but I mean, that's just kind of method, isn't it? It's not actual acting.
I think it is.
So
it must be so difficult though to get crawl into an ice river and to still be expressive in your face, is to and look around there's people.
True.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, I think. The Revenant is just beautiful because it's one continuous shot. It only cuts once, I think.
But that's the cinematography, isn't it? That's not his performance.
Whereas
in Wolf of Wall Street, in Wolf of Wall Street, it's like 2 and a bit hours.
It's a character.
Of mainly just him. He just holds you the entire film. You never get bored. So my English GCSE speaking, it was a bit more layered, but the premise was Leonardo DiCaprio should have won it for Wolf of Wall Street and not The Revenant, and that was one of the many issues in the movie industry.
He should have won it for both.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, just give him 2. Just give him 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's probably been through a lot, maybe. I don't know.
He's so good.
I don't know why I'm giggling. Sorry, it's a serious matter.
It's serious. But yeah, stop it.
I think that The Revenant, I think he earned it more in The Revenant than he did in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh.
And you can hold me to that.
Well, you can die on that hill if you'd like.
Okay.
I'll fight for it again.
I think the intense acting in Wolf of Wall Street was really good. Like, the way he played Jordan Belfort was fantastic, and he keeps you gripped the entire movie. But like, the physicality of The Revenant and the way, like, he has to convey things just through facial expressions.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, like, you know,
it's his face.
And, like, crawl through stuff.
It's his face with tears and blood on it. It's like the shots in Revenant are just like the camera's here, and it's just his face as he's like crawling. I don't know. And he's so expressive. He's so realistic. I don't know. I don't know which one I'd pick. But
I would argue.
I don't know.
I would argue that anyone could have played his role in The Revenant. I mean, he was very good, but I could imagine any kind of other person acting that same role. Whereas Wolf of Wall Street, you can't recast, I don't think.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
I don't. Wow!
He's really doing it.
Oh man, I was watching something on Jim Carrey where, like, have you seen Man on the Moon? I don't know who he's playing in it.
I've seen the documentary. I watched the documentary, which is insane. It's like,
he's just a complete asshole on set and hides behind the guise of method acting. He's a complete knobhead, and he hides behind, like, when I was fully immersed in the character, and he's just being a cunt to people. He's literally just being a straight up cunt, and you see him be mean to Danny DeVito. No, you see him, like, he's going on one of these rants, and Danny DeVito is sat in the corner. Sorry, I didn't mean to move away from the mic. But he's sat in the corner just like...
crying.
And then the most pretentious thing he did was, the guy who he's playing had a daughter, and the guy died before he got to meet his daughter. And Jim Carrey was like, so she came into the trailer, and she sat down with him. It wasn't me anymore. She had a conversation with her father. Get off your high horse. You're an actor. May I remind you?
From the other world.
He is mental.
From limbo.
Yeah.
It's good though.
It's like, may I remind you that is horribly insensitive.
I don't know why she went along with it though.
No. Honestly, I cannot imagine being in that situation. I would be like, that's just radically insane. That's fucked.
Shut up, Jim.
Yeah.
What was next?
I don't know.
What did we have?
Well, I was gonna. While we're on the topic of movies, did you guys see the nominations for the Golden Globes?
I actually didn't. I should have checked. Let me look them up right now.
I did. I saw, like, Mank is one of the top ones that's been recommended with Gary Oldman, and I want to watch that.
Oh, it's quite
and
good.
The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Well, that's what I was going to say about the Trial of the Chicago 7. There's a film called Judas and the Black Messiah, which is set in the same time period, but it's from the Black Panthers kind of perspective, whereas Trial of the Chicago 7 is kind of the white POV of the same era. And Trial of the Chicago 7 was a really good film, and that's up for a Golden Globe. But then
with Sacha Baron Cohen. Not hopefully. I don't know. I haven't seen the film, so I can't say.
But then this kind of all-black cast has been, like, snubbed. and it's just kind of continuing the cycle of Hollywood so white.
I didn't know I don't know the backstory of the Chicago 7 trial. I was midway through a video before I ran up to film, but one of the dudes in the trial was one of the black dudes in the trial was so him and the judge had so much back and forth that he was physically bound to the chair and was ball gagged, and every time he'd try and speak they'd just billy club him. I don't know where it came from, but I was yeah. I don't know whether that's in the movie or not.
Yeah, no, it is. The judge took an instant dislike to all of them. Sorry, Callan's frozen again.
I'm not frozen.
Oh, I can hear his voice, just not his eyes aren't moving. He's having a stroke.
Am I actually frozen?
Yeah, I can hear you.
On my screen, it does look like you are having a stroke.
I'm not, I promise.
Well, we'll see.
Haha.
Oh, he's back. And he's alive and kicking.
I win.
One of the other films I wanted to talk about was a film called Music by everyone's favourite musician, Sia. But the thing about Music is no one's heard of it. Critics haven't even seen it. And if you look it up, you can't find anything about it. So why is that being nominated for a Golden Globe when, there's so many other films that get snubbed?
I looked through the list and I didn't know any of them.
What qualifies you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's been a very good year for movies in general, though.
Yeah, that is true.
True, but I do think the Hollywood foreign press is whack. Oh, yeah. It's just whack.
They're paid. It's all governmental, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's very political, isn't it?
It's governmental.
You buy your nominations, don't you?
Pretty much. I don't know why. I don't even know how Parasite won with all the other with all the white directors.
Yeah.
Had their movies out there.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was because there was so much backlash and people were saying, how dare a South Korean film be nominated? There were lots of people arguing for it. Yeah, that's what they were saying. They were like, how dare it?
Ruddy dare it.
How?
I love Parasite.
Parasite was so good.
It's so good.
I really want to watch it, though. Sorry.
Harry, you're way behind in your homework. You're collecting debt.
Yeah. I was watching Django Unchained, taking mental notes.
That was good.
You know?
I'm sorry.
I was off looking at Jared Leto pretend to be Kurt Cobain.
I didn't even think that was the worst thing I'd seen him do. I quite enjoyed that, I'm not gonna lie.
My memory of it was he comes in and he goes and then he sits down and plays guitar, but then I watched it again and I didn't see him do that, so
no, I was waiting for the sigh.
Yeah.
No, he did quite a good Kurt Cobain impression.
Once again think, get off your high horse.
Jared Letos.
And stop pretending to be Kurt Cobain for a photo shoot.
I don't.
Why would you?
He's so odd. I just don't. He's just weirder than Jim Carrey. Yeah. And Jim Carrey is just famous for being weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we hate on. We do hate on Jared Leto a lot, but it's not against his acting ability. It's not against. He's just not a leading man. And since Joker, he's been put in a lot of leading roles that audiences and critics have both been like, nah. Jared Leto lets us down again. So why does he keep getting these roles?
I couldn't tell whether he's in the new Zack Snyder cut. It's not him, is it?
No, I think it is.
Oh, it is.
Fuck.
But I'm not sure if it's new footage or old footage.
Is it?
I reckon because...
And I'm not sure if it's meant to be the Joker or a nightmare kind of dream thing.
Of Batman. What do you think will happen? Because I haven't seen the original Justice League because I just heard it was so shit.
I was stimulated the entire time. I didn't get bored. I was just at the end of it. You don't feel satisfied at the end of an Avengers movie.
No, there's no there's none of the emotional attachment to any of the characters. People are doing stuff and you're watching it and you go, Oh, that was a nice punch.
Yeah.
That was a nice
like
jump.
it's fun.
But you're not like...
Yeah.
It's fun to see Aquaman ride the back of a monster and surf it all the way down to the floor. Like, it's fun to see that. But
Yeah.
it's like, I don't care if Aquaman dies. I'm not going to cry.
Yeah, exactly. If one of them dies, it's like, that's cool. I think Man of Steel was quite good when it first came out. I remember watching it and being like, why is it so dark? Because I was like 10 or like 12. I don't remember how old I was when it came out. But I was young, and I remember watching it thinking, this is as far removed from what I thought would like a Superman movie would be.
What is...
As you can probably get.
the villain was the other Superman.
Zod.
Yeah, Zod, yeah.
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 Well, Snyder, I think he directed Man of Steel.
Yeah, he did, which is why it's so dark.
Well, yeah, he's trying to set up this kind of mirror of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but kind of playing into the strengths of the DC Universe with its darkness. And, 'cause Batman is like...
In the shadows.
The figurehead of the said universe. But then Josh Whedon takes over and kind of plays it like an Avengers parody.
He has
and
to
that's
try
why Justice League was so shit. It was just so...
Oh, it's so CGI orientated as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
The original grayscale that was on it has been I was watching a video where it's like you can see how it's been completely reversed. So you have all these fluorescent colours in it that weren't there before and don't fit the original scene that Zack Snyder had filmed. And because he didn't intend for the colour switch to happen.
Well, yeah, he intended it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, carry on.
His aim is for it to be in black and white. Because that's his optimum version of Justice League, to give it that kind of grunge noir feel.
Black.
Yep.
But at what point does that just become unbearable?
I like
because you're working with superheroes.
I like the bit where
what
Batman's was he at the beginning of Justice League? There's a scene where he's on top of a rooftop and it's really shadowy and he's jumping around and he's fighting people. But that's quite good because all you can see is his cape going around a corner or something. But the rest,
that's cool.
It's just seeing Batman in daylight is so funny because he's just stood there in this weird costume.
It's awkward, like Slowthai.
Yeah,
I'm not meant to be here.
He just doesn't belong.
I look stupid.
You see how thick Ben Affleck is in the daylight, and you see why he hides in the dark all the time.
Where am I?
He's like that guy with no neck.
Where am I?
Where am I?
Affleck. Where am I?
He has a robot voice as well, doesn't he? He has that.
Oh yeah, I thought that was a cool feature though. How he because he turns it on. Because I thought Christian Bale's was good, but I was I think Batman would have that.
Yeah, he would have a voice modifier.
I guess.
His smoker voice.
He inhales 5 cigarettes.
He smoke a pack a day just to get into character.
Yeah. He'd be dying in his workout scenes. Slowthai on the ward.
Does anyone want to take a break quickly so I can get another refreshment?
I was going to get another bit. I'm empty.
Alright, let's call that a break.
Better not have frozen.
I feel sick.
You kind of have. You got a very cheeky. He had a very cheeky grin before he left. You're like, okay, right.
Jared Leto's an alien.
Just going back to Jared Leto. He was in a band, 30 Seconds to Mars. As we all know, though, it actually takes 9 months to get to Mars.
And
that poor rover.
$2.4 billion.
That poor rover. 2.7.
Okay.
That 2.7 billion-dollar robot had to spend it all on his own.
Imagine.
When
Thoughts?
is Paul Rudd getting there?
When's Matt
When
Damon
is
getting
James
there?
Franco? Yeah. When is he gonna come back? Is the question.
Yeah.
I give a little prayer to him every night.
I want my Mars potatoes.
The star man.
Spud boy. I try and, slingshot a rock with a note attached to it up to him. But it never works.
It only comes back down.
It comes back with
Lands
his
in your
fecal
head.
matter. No, it comes back with his fecal matter all over the paper.
Oh.
And I always get angry at him. I go, Matt.
It's not actually Matt, Harry. You do realise it's
Who's doing it?
the seagulls. You hit a
How am I
seagull.
managing to get I get it through their mouth
Goes
every single time.
Comes up their bum.
Hard to believe. Oh, it just goes.
Up the
But then
exit.
how do they know to deposit it back at me?
Well, because they regurgitate.
Their own shit.
Yeah, and it happens to just come back.
Little known fact about seagulls. Anything you put in their mouth will come out their asshole, and anything you put in their asshole will come out their mouth.
Yeah, they're like
I didn't know this.
They're like a really shit vacuum.
They're just the biology of a seagull is just a tube.
It's like a cardboard tube.
Yeah, it's like a toilet paper roll inside of them.
Really simple intestine. It's just really straight.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no
they have
filter
silly-
system.
They have
It's just a shit tunnel.
they have pipe cleaners as their organs.
Did you guys watch the countdown to the Mars rover landing?
I didn't know.
No.
I didn't either.
No, sadly I didn't. Oh. Jared Leto was.
I know it was successful.
I knew that as well.
Yeah.
Have you seen the photos?
Oh no! Wait.
I've seen a photo.
Mars looks
barren
so
as all
shit.
one. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would go. Time to live there.
Imagine going from Earth to Mars.
One, because it's uninhabitable. Yeah,
Get like a, I don't know,
we would die,
club up there. Just live in the club.
and people would go. Is that a statement on? Is that a statement on society, Callan?
I
You
think
I bet if they put
People
a
are so
club up there. They're
People
so
are so
fickle.
fickle.
They're so
So
fickle. If they put
fickle.
a club on Mars, everyone would attend it. Everyone would go and attend that club on Mars.
what would it be called?
Even me. I'm a slave.
What would it be
Jared
called?
Leto's- Jared Leto would run it.
Mars.
And
Mars bar. Oh, the Mars bar. There you go.
nice.
Booyah.
And Jared
That's
Leto
neat.
is
Well done.
I like that.
Insert laughing track. Clapping track.
Insert fapping track.
filmed in front. Oh, what would be better is when we do the walking in, you could do like the garden people filmed in front of a live audience.
Oh, I can
Across
put
the
it. I
screen.
could shrink it and put it on the TV and have like a family watching.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, he's
that's secret
glitched.
information.
He's acting up again.
No,
Have
no,
I
we're
frozen
gonna-
again?
We can talk about editing. Yeah.
frozen
You've frozen cupping.
Oh.
You look like you're squeezing a Charlie-sized bunda.
At least he died doing something he loved.
Am I here? Am I here?
I can still hear you.
I can.
Scouts honour.
It's this. I hate Ruben being
Wasn't
here.
in the Scouts.
He changes.
You're becoming quite the rascal today, Callan.
What can I say? I love to
Turn up
leave.
late and drunk.
Acting up.
It's not me.
No.
It's not.
No, it's
It's Ruben.
yeah.
Rube. Pube.
When are we gonna tell him he's not real?
You
When
know
are we gonna
how
tell
there's
him he
the
doesn't
dark
exist?
side of the moon? Imagine there's the kind of inhabited side of Mars. They go through all this shit desert and then just turns the corner. It's just full of little Martian men.
Yeah, that'd be so creepy. I think they say there's monsters living on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
Wallace and Gromit. That's that machine that skis.
Well, what do you think
That
an alien would
machine-
look like?
like a flat. You know those fish that sit on the bed and they're like really flat, and they eat sand and then they shit it out again. That's what they'd look like.
David Blaine fish.
When we actually reach Mars, they're gonna see this podcast, and you're gonna be labelled a racist, a big fat racist.
No, because Elon Musk will be on my side.
He'll vouch for you, I think.
You say he didn't know any better. He thought there was cuttlefish on Mars.
We didn't know what you looked like. We didn't.
They must
genuinely.
They'll think that we're too 3D. Like they're 2D is the way to go on Mars, but 3D.
There's too many dimensions. Yeah. Too many dimensions.
Bro, you're too complex. You'll never live on here.
What do you think? Do you think it would be like a H.P. Lovecraft thing, where they're where alien life is just not conceivable to us, as in it's different forms?
Yeah.
Of, a gas species or something. I don't know.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Well, to live on Mars, yeah, probably.
A species that is completely different physics.
They're just really sunburnt people.
Maybe not different
like
physics.
Benidorm tourists. Just peeling off at the arms.
Would they be shorter or taller? What's the gravity like on Mars?
Yeah, what's the pressure?
I swear it's a lot.
I think
you'd probably
shorter.
develop a shell.
It's probably less. I think there'll be
Matt Damon has an exoskeleton.
Just little blocks of charcoal.
You've frozen on my screen again, Callum.
I know. I give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least we can hear you.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm sure it will literally catch up in a second. There we go.
Am I back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's back.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll just do that instead of leaving. I'll just refresh my video. Do apologise, viewers.
I did have more to say about Tarantino.
What did you want to say, Harry?
Well, I think the way, his dialogue, first and foremost, is...
It's not about the dialogue.
You recognise it instantly. When he opens Reservoir Dogs talking about, the song by, Madonna or something, a Virgin. Yeah. And it's that's just... that it's there's so many little quotables in his dialogue that it's, you see characters interact and you're like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it makes them seem like
no other
real
person
characters.
could have written that. Yeah, they seem like
it's
real.
What?
Sorry, I was gonna say. I think we're gonna make the same point. It sounds like how real people speak, but how real people want to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they talk about real things that you and your friends talk about, but just in a much smoother way. And you watch it and you go, oh, I wish I could talk.
Yeah, unlike us.
I wish I could talk like John Travolta.
Yeah, we just talk over each other all the time.
Mm.
Yeah, Tarantino would have a shot, put against the wall and shot.
You seen that clip of Tarantino going, "You're the man," and then Samuel L. Jackson goes, "No, you the man," and then Tarantino goes, "We the man."
No.
It's great.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he looks really young.
I love Tarantino when he's...
He looks handsome in that video. Usually he looks quite goblin-like.
Yeah, he looks
He's a giant man, though. Apparently he's 6'4", and he's really heavy.
There's that video of him trying to slap the paparazzi camera out their hand. He's like... and it's if that was coming towards me, I would have run away as well.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know what, there are some people that just want to be left alone. And I don't understand why paparazzi just doesn't understand this.
Like Kanye West. It's Kanye!
Yeah, no, but that's such a funny clip. Where they come to his house at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's he has the full right to be, get off my, property. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. How would you like it if I came and stood outside your property at 4 in the morning and just yelled at you? And just went, it's good morning, Kanye. Shut the fuck up.
So good.
Good morning, Kanye. Shut the fuck up. It's so, I don't know. It's so good. He's a gifted poet.
He knows what he's saying.
Can I say something controversial?
Go on then.
Yeah.
Oh, better not be about trans people again, Sam. That didn't go well last time.
Oh no, it didn't go down well at all. Harry went and sat in the corner of his room. No,
I turned around and went, I'm not going to do this now.
I won't.
Come back.
I won't bring that up again.
Come back.
You're back. You are back.
I'm back.
I was just gonna say, I like Tarantino's movies. You know.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They're masterpieces, some of them. But him as a person, I actually find quite annoying. Have you?
Well,
see,
there was.
Have you seen him in?
It's annoying. He's so.
Sorry. I was gonna say, there's an interview of him and Leonardo DiCaprio, and they have to sit next to each other, and he's basically explaining the Rick Dalton character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Leonardo DiCaprio is just sitting there looking so bored, and Tarantino's just, dominating the conversation. He's just talking about all his inspiration, movie inspiration, and telling Leonardo DiCaprio what his character is, and Leonardo DiCaprio the whole time is just, yep.
I know what the character was.
Just one word answers. It's so bad.
Yeah. No, but I just I quite like Tarantino outside of it, but there is something to
there's dark sides.
There is a dark side.
He's friends with Weinstein.
Yeah, that's what I was about to mention. And also there's rumors that he kind of believes in statutory rape and stuff, which is
I believe in it too, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah. I know it exists.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe it exists.
There's not a cult out there that it doesn't exist. But I think what I meant to say was he kind of agrees with it. He doesn't believe it exists.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is
and he had Uma Thurman crash into a tree. Have you seen the footage?
To be fair, he didn't. She goes, "You tried to kill me." He's like, "What?" She was doing her own stunt. She's doing her own stunt, and she drives into a tree, and then accusing him of trying to kill her.
I think he was very forceful in making her do the stunt. I think he was very peer pressuring. That's the whole point, I think.
Yeah. He was very...
She didn't have to get in the car, but he kind of was like, you need to do it, it's for the best shot. And she was like, I don't know. And he was like, but it saves so much work if you do it. We don't have to get stunt women to do it. And she's like, okay.
But when you see the footage though of her crashing, he runs over. He's the first person to the car.
Yeah,
because
he's got pace. No one can outpace Tarantino.
he's the
It was scary. Giant. He ran on his hands, and when she was dead, he scooped her into his arms and climbed into the trees.
He resuscitated her.
Uma.
He unsnapped her neck.
He runs like this.
And put her back together.
Uma.
He put her back together piece by piece. It took 7 months. But finally, he corrected her spine.
And he made a Frankenstein movie. And I had Uma Thurman as Frankenstein. But for reals.
Really?
It's Kill Bill 3.
Oh. Dude, why did I just say, for real?
Really?
For real though?
That'd be a good movie.
For real?
Quentin Tarantino.
If he did Frankenstein, I think he'd probably do it pretty good.
Yeah. Really colourful.
Maybe he wouldn't get the gay undertones, but he'd do something with it. He probably wouldn't do that. Harvey Weinstein as Frankenstein.
With a Zimmer frame.
No, Kevin Spacey is Victor.
Victor? Oh, yeah. Victor Frankenstein, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Victor as
Victor's
in a winner. How they say in the Hunger Games, the Victor.
Yeah. I don't know.
Are you?
What was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, back on topic. Also, the music in Tarantino movies is immaculate, and he knows exactly when to place it. So it's he has these shots.
I love how he puts it in time with the music. Yeah. He puts the cinematography in time with the music, which is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but he says that he just listens to lots of records, and then he can think of scenes that would be cool to go with the records. And it's that's pretty cool.
That's good.
And then he actually goes and fits them in.
You should get James Acaster on the music side of it. He'd be amazing.
As the drummer.
No, just just give him really weird songs so he can use in his movie.
Only from 2016.
Yeah, only from 2016.
Only songs from 2016.
Death Grip.
Best year of music.
Have you heard Death Grip?
Does he listen to Death Grips?
James Acaster does. He loves Death Grip.
Does he?
Yeah.
No way. That's sick.
Oh,
I don't listen to them. I just know that they're really cool.
they're like rap.
You should listen.
Hip hop crossed with like heavy metal. It's really really weird.
Well, it's like really distorted. It's like a
computer getting smashed.
Trip. Yeah, like kind of, but it's like I don't know. I've only listened to a few of their songs, and like I feel like I'll progress into liking them, but
yeah,
at the minute it's like
to switch your mindset a little bit to listen to their music.
Yeah, well, like some stuff just grows on you. Like at first, when I first heard MF Doom, I was like, I don't know if I'd enjoy this as much as other rap, and then it like really grew, and I was like, I like this.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, MF Doom. It's actually quite sad. Hunger Games salute.
Whoa, steady.
Are you coming to the tree?
I don't like the Hunger Games.
I liked the first movie is definitely on it, but I liked it. But
I like the first one. But Mockingjay Part 1 was probably the most boring film I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's genuinely like no, and the book. Hold on, I have the book right here. Actually,
it's not very well written.
So
literature
review.
They're basing it off of books, but
the most boring thing
is it
I've ever read. It took me 2 years to read because even as a child, where like everything you see is interesting, and everything you touch is like it's interesting. This was awful.
No,
I don't recommend
Harry,
it.
I thought it took you 2 years to read because you had to have your teacher read it out to you.
No. I can read, Callan. I can read just fine.
He was a kid that didn't read too good.
I didn't read too good.
And
kept back good.
The front of
like, what, do you remember when we had to read Dracula? Do you remember when we had to read Dracula, Callan?
Yeah, that was so good.
With Niglese.
Yeah, we had to read. So basically, for the viewers, we had to read Dracula out in class. And there's a scene where the guy goes to Dracula's castle for the first time, and basically Dracula comes to the door, but Dracula's not like slick with black hair in like a cool jacket. He's like
a Nazi.
He's like hairy and stinky. He's got like hair coming out of his hands.
No, we were laughing so hard at the hairy palms.
Yeah.
And we're like dying. We're like at all these descriptions. It wasn't even that fun. I think we just got really.
No, it's
just like we'd had enough
of like English trying to read revision. It as well, because Niglese isn't that good at reading.
we were like pounding the table and like crying. And Niglese and then it was going down the line of her to read what.
Yeah.
And like Niglese got to like. It was like each paragraph.
Don't say the teacher's name,
got to read.
But we can say Niglese.
Yeah, I won't.
Who cares?
So it's like after each paragraph, it went to the different person reading, and like we looked at Niglese's part, and it was like 2 pages long, and he just and it went over like hairy hands, and he was like, hairy hands.
And no, Niglese is from Lithuania.
Palms.
From Lithuania. Where's he from?
Yeah, Lithuania. You got it right.
Yes, he has a slight twang to his accent. It's quite good.
Yeah, it was just that was like the most deprived moment of Clisvale, probably.
I watched the other day with my mother and my brother, my mum and my bum. We watched Van Helsing, the Van Helsing movie with Hugh Jackman as Van Helsing.
Oh, do you like it?
And I thought it's so entertaining. It's so bad, but it's like that's the point. It's like so dramatized.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like that universe of like Jekyll and Hyde and Dracula and Frankenstein. I think that's quite cool.
Yeah.
What's it called? League of an Extraordinary Gentlemen or whatever they're called. Is that what they're called?
Oh yeah.
And it's got Dr. Jekyll. It's got Dracula in it. They were going to do a TV series with Russell Crowe playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and he gets really strong and he can just like choke people out. But they didn't go through it because I don't think the pilot got enough use.
Don't they use that in like...
There wasn't enough choking scenes.
Yeah.
No.
Russell Crowe choking people.
Big Jekyll man.
Russell Crowe's all right.
Didn't he do that in the Mummy though? Where he's Dr. Jekyll. Am I thinking of a different person?
The Mummy.
I don't know. I remember there's like with Tom Cruise, the one that flopped really hard.
Oh yeah, The Mummy. Yeah. He was in there.
Yeah, does he do Doctor?
I think he was in that.
Didn't he do Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in that?
He was Dr. Jekyll. He didn't. I don't think he transformed. I think his eyes might have went green at one point in the movie.
Yeah, but he doesn't turn into.
No, he doesn't fully turn.
Turns
to the Hulk.
No.
Just completely misread the character. Fuck.
Russell Crowe's such a method actor. He
fully turned into the Hulk.
He injected bovine steroids and became a hulking mess.
A giant pig man.
He killed everyone on set. They found him smoking opioids after he had stopped transforming. It was the only thing that quelled his thirst for blood.
Joaquin Phoenix got him addicted to opioids.
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
And that's why the pilot was cancelled.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be wrong. Maybe it was. I think it was a film series. I think it was that Mummy. That was such a weird film.
Yeah. Oh, what, like an expansive universe?
Yeah, they were gonna make like that whole universe, but it just flopped. It was so bad. I
wanted to talk about
what?
Avatar: The Last Airbender. But I know you haven't seen it, so we don't have to talk about it.
Seamless segue there, Harry.
What we can do is put a picture in.
Come on.
We'll put a picture in of your brother's head.
I've shaved him a new one. I've given him a new one.
I was going to say,
which I think is
bring him
better
in.
than first.
Drag him in by the arrow.
Sam, you know he's a bit he's wheelchair bound. He's currently having a shower.
Wheel him in then.
He takes 20 minutes to get out of the shower.
I can't do that. You don't understand.
Like a wet fish.
The moment I touch his wheelchair, it's like he gets used to his legs again and chokeholds me. I don't know what happens. His eyes turn green and he turns into Mr. Hyde.
He's his own version of it. Weak Dr. Jekyll and then his pecs.
And then I'm dead.
Okay, what would you?
I don't know.
What would Harry become if he became like his version of Mr. Hyde? So he's Dr. Jekyll right now. What would Harry?
Dom.
Dom.
Transforms into Dom.
Yeah,
you think Dom is my like ultimate?
The alpha.
The alpha Dom.
Dom is crazy.
So like I'd go from what I am now to Dominic.
Dominic has that Mr. Hyde attitude where I think he would happily stomp on a child. Just to get to the other
What
side
would you
of the street.
become? I'm really scared of what you would become.
I'd become
Callum.
Tom in sick form.
Thomas.
Yeah. I can bleep out his name. I can bleep out his second.
I shouldn't say his full name. Well, he just exits from my wardrobe.
Oh no!
So Thomas. Oh. He looks like
you did that such a. Oops.
He looks like John Denver and Jeffrey Dahmer's love child.
I've met him once, and he did look like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, he does.
I got serious Dahmer
vibes. You got the privilege of meeting him.
He's good.
And you survived.
Yeah, he's in Callans.
Where did you meet him, Sam?
Yeah, it was at yours, wasn't he?
Oh, no, wait, no, you met Owen. Oh, fuck's sake! You met Owen and Sam. Yeah. Fuck!
It was a crazy night. It's a crazy night. I don't remember much.
Oh, yeah, Owen started crawling underneath the table.
Hey.
Well, he gave me Dahmer vibes as well. Anyway, most people give me Jeffrey Dahmer vibes. I'm always prepared. Always scared.
Sam, you would become Callan as your Mr. Hyde, I think.
We'd become each other.
Yeah.
Just muscular but kind of feral.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
It's like all those un-PC things that you're thinking in your head. Callan's
not afraid to say it. Callan says it how it is.
Sam just becomes himself at a Weatherspoons.
Yeah.
Trying to raid into the ketchup kitchens and
and lick what was she called?
What was her name?
God,
What was
that's
she
horrible.
called? What was she called?
Don't.
Oh, she was a bit of a Dr. Hyde.
Dr. Hyde.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh,
But there's Paul.
she was called.
Oh no,
Lovely,
no.
yeah, lovely.
Bleep bleep that, but yeah.
No, we can say that. 'Cause
Nah.
No, you can't.
Nah.
okay, we won't.
She can smell
Basically,
fear.
I opened the door when we were on the roof of Chev, and I opened the door and it was like blocking while Sam. Oh fuck! When Sam ran into the room, the upstairs kitchen, and tried to take loads of ketchup bottles or something. What were you trying to do?
The upstairs bistro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Charming story for the children.
Don't
That
grow
time
up.
we assaulted someone. That time we assaulted someone at Weatherspoons.
For ketchup. I think.
Mayo.
I think I saw Callum grab her by the hair at one point. Callum went. He went feral.
The bitch was confusing me.
She started doing this in front of his eyes, and you know you can't do that in front of Callan.
Leave.
He just saw
She
red.
went like
He just saw red.
She went, follow my fingers, and did that, and both his eyes went. And Callum was like,
he did the Pennywise thing. His eyes went to the side and his mouth just opened
she
up.
went like this. Look at my fingers, and did that, and then Callum just went, stop confusing me, and threw her off the roof.
She's gone.
Bitch!
Sam, get the ketchup. We're going.
Put everything you can in your shirt and leave.
I had to elaborate on his naked body just to calm him down.
Oh, cool.
I was there, but I'm sure, I left. I must have left.
We got
before any
kicked
of the
out, I
chaos
think.
began.
You fled the scene.
No, I was there, but I just wasn't there with. I wasn't around you two at that point. I was probably just talking to other people
Yeah.
and just
That was.
police.
avoiding while she was being beaten to a pulp. It's better to turn a blind eye.
Well, how long have we been going? I think we've
It's
been
better
going.
just. You want to bring it back with the Slowthai thing?
Oh shit! We didn't talk about that. Fuck.
Well,
Just
just congratulations to Mr. Slowthai for his award.
to Mr. Slowthai, aka Fast Handkerchief, or Fast.
That's what he's known as in the West.
He's actually known as the belly bottom boy.
Belly Man.
It's a street
Belly
name.
Man.
What is he talks
Yeah.
like this? Slowthai.
When we knew him before he blew up, and we used to call him Belly Bussin' Boy.
The belly button boy, the bottom of the bow,
Yeah.
bottom feeder.
That's what we
He's
we all said this to him,
he's now
and he's gone on and done great
re-entered
things.
top 3 favorite artist status. He phased off a bit because he didn't release
Who
any
are the
music.
other two?
I don't know.
Who are the other two?
I just know he's in there.
He's in there. Nice.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, he's probably he's my favorite UK artist for sure. My favorite US artist is probably Anderson .Paak.
I thought your
At
favorite
the minute.
UK artist was Gary Glitter.
James Blunt. I thought you liked James Blunt, Harry. I caught you listening to him once in the bathroom. You said, I'm going for a poo, Sam, and I just heard you listening to James Blunt.
Yeah,
I've walked past you, Sam, and you've been listening to KSI. So I don't.
KSI's.
Guilty as charged, you know. I'm not
Yeah.
saying,
I
you know.
walked I
music's
walked
music,
past
man.
Sam
What do you
and
mean,
he was-
bro? Down like
Sam
that
was,
slaps.
watching his. He was listening down like that, and he was just watching the screen, and I couldn't tell whether he was enjoying it or not. You know that ambiguous face Sam does every day of his life, that kind of one, the one where you can't tell if he's in pain, fear, agony, or he's just
Arousal.
confused.
Happy.
Yeah. Just a
It's a
general
plethora
sense
of
of
emotions, you know.
just a general sense of I'm lost.
The desert
Get
is
me
a
out of here.
plethora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we abruptly ending the podcast?
Yeah, we're gonna abruptly end it, so you can say anything basically.
Some things that you can't say.
Like what?
I was gonna go. Sam was gonna give me an example.
Sam?